Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 28-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go play action now. Wilson looking deep for Jennings. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Buccaneers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Second and 14. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Mark 55! Mark 55! Check, 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 check. Check 24. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Check, six, go. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Operating from the gun, Newman. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Schwartz. 25 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, Coleman. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now a give right side, Coleman. And some room to run now. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
59, 59. Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9. Squeeze. Here we go. Under 10, under 10, 10. Delta. Check 59, Mike. Mike is
Looking to throw on second down. Newman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
50 seconds, come on. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
50 seconds.
On second down, this is Harris. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run at 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson touchdown number 15 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Mike, check, 59. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". Come on, baby.
To throw on 2nd down. Newman. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Go. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check three.
On 1st and 10, Newman. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
55. Watch twins. Wide. Get wide. Mike's 59.
From the gun, Newman. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Check 59, Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On the draw play, Coleman. told it's an even 30 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
He's checking crap.
Operating from the gun, Newman. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
From the gun, Newman. Throwing left side, it's complete. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Let's go one more. Check 37. Check.
On first down, Newman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 1.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Newman on the screen. This is Coleman. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Matthew McCrane now for the field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. McCrane's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now here's another carry for Harris. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson now, operating from the gun. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Undercrush. Go. Shift. Slam.
They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
Mike's 59. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Check 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Check nickel. Hey, I got it.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Newman into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off inside the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And an alley to run. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Switch.
On 1st down, it's Harris. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Check 43. Kill. What? Hey, turn it out. Kill. Go. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
You ain't doing nothing today. Check 31. Mike, check. 59. 1, 2, 3.
On 4th down, Newman. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Come on, switch it.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Check 4. 59 Mike. Check 59. Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's a baby stop. Check 52. Check 9. Okay.
To throw on 2nd down, Newman completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Check. Hatch it. Slam. Check 3. Sponge. Safe.
On 3rd down, Coleman. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. McCrane able to knock this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But now it'll be 3rd down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through, all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
55, Mike, 55. Free bud. Mike 55, Mike 55. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and